Hello and welcome to An Image is Worth 1,000 Words. My name is Rob, and don't forget to check out the rest of my blog posts on my website at robhextall.com. Testing. Good morning. Well, before I go to work, I'm trying to fix my lightsaber. I think the batteries ran out yesterday while I was torturing some poor soul. How am I supposed to rule the galaxy if my lightsaber doesn't work? Go! I'll have a cup of tea, I think. Oh! Nothing simple! Hello! And here is this week's question. Why do we love villains in films and TV series? Before you start, check that you understand this vocabulary. Pause the video to make sure that you understand everything. This week's photo shows me almost losing my cool in front of some of my childhood idols, Imperial Stormtroopers. As a Star Wars fanboy, I almost wet my pants when I bumped into them at the Scarecrow Festival in the village of Heather, an annual event which raises funds for local projects. I couldn't resist asking these bad boys for a selfie. They belong to the 501st Legion, an international costuming organisation dedicated to celebrating the Star Wars universe. They specialise in portraying the villainous, morally ambiguous characters that appear in the films and TV series, in what seems like a huge contradiction to the Legion's main mission, which is to contribute to local communities by attending charitable events and raising money for good causes. The presence of the Legion inevitably attracts more people and therefore more donations. Nothing gets both kids and adults more excited than having your car or even home registered by the Galactic Empire's bullies. I asked them to check out my wife's pockets, as it seemed that she was carrying a suspicious object, and they happily obliged. And she still hasn't forgiven me for that. So why do we love the bad guys? Darth Vader, with his iconic mask and deep gravelly voice, has more fans than Luke Skywalker. The Joker is as popular as Batman. The dysfunctional Soprano and Lannister families fascinated television viewers for years. I decided to ask ChatGPT, another bad guy in many people's eyes, to enlighten me about the seemingly illogical attraction to the dark side of the human psyche. And these are the three explanations it came up with.
First off, bad guys often have a certain magnetic quality. They are enigmatic and unpredictable, which can make them more interesting than your typical goody two-shoes characters. Just look at Darth Vader's imposing presence or the Joker's wild, chaotic nature. We are drawn to their charisma. Secondly, these characters often represent a sense of rebellion and freedom that we secretly admire. They defy societal norms and rules, living life on their own terms. Rooting for the bad guys can't be a way to break free from the monotony of our own lives. Lastly, bad guys are not one-dimensional. They often have complex backstories that reveal their human side. The Soprano family, for example, are involved in criminal activities, but the show delves into their personal lives, showing their struggles and revealing their moments of vulnerability. The Lannisters in Game of Thrones are all portrayed as despicable people when the show begins, but some of them are allowed a journey of redemption that draws you in and gets you on their side.
In a nutshell, villains are often more captivating and fun than the heroes. But let's not forget that they are destructive, often evil people. So let's celebrate real-life heroes, those ordinary people whose simple everyday acts of generosity and understanding help build more caring relationships. Their stories are rarely told. The volunteers of the 501st Legion are concealed under their helmets. But without all the caregivers, healthcare workers, teachers, grandparents and voluntary workers, to name just a few, our lives would be poorer and our communities more precarious. Being kind to others can often be inconvenient and tiring. So the next time someone lends you a hand, give them a smile and pass the favour on to those around you. Let's chat about the picture and those ideas. Number 1. Describe the picture in as much detail as possible. What are the different stormtroopers thinking? Number 2. Have you seen the 501st Legion at any event? If not, would you like to? Number 3. Have you ever dressed up as a bad guy for carnival or a fancy dress party? If so, who? Number 4. Describe the films and TV shows described in the text. Who are the goodies and the baddies? Number 5. What real-life heroes are there in your life? Describe how they make the world a better place. And here's a quick activity for you. Think about one of your favourite films or TV shows that has an important bad guy. Describe their backstory and explain why they behave as they do. Do they have a chance for redemption? If so, how? Thank you for watching. I hope this was useful. Have a great day, have a great week, and have an absolutely fantastic weekend. Bye!